Welcome to the NV Energy Renewable Generations PowerClerk tutorial. This is the second of two. In the first tutorial, we looked at submitting an application to one of the Renewable Generations programs. Today, we'll look at submitting an incentive claim package for one of those programs. By now, you're familiar with the PowerClerk landing page, which is where we get started for all of our application and incentive claim package work. So we'll go ahead and log in. Today I'm logging in as a fictitious company, Nevada Solar Star, and in this case I'll make sure to click on the program that I'm looking at, Northern Nevada, and I'll see all my applications. And if you're an individual applicant, a host customer, of course you'd only see one application, the one that you're working on or submitted. But this will show me all my company applications. I do see Blue Skies PV here. That's because for this particular one, the installer was Blue Skies, while the seller was my company, Nevada Solar Star. The one we're going to work on today is the one that's active. The others are all in other statuses. But we'll go ahead and click on Edit to get started with the incentive claim package. The incentive claim process is set up similar to the application process, where there's a series of tabs that I'll work my way through. Today we're working on a solar PV application. But depending on the technology that you're working the program, whether it's hydro or wind or solar hot water, you'll see slightly different information on each of these tabs. It's always important to read the directions for each of these tabs as I work my way through so I don't miss anything. And I'll be adding the PV modules and inverters and working on the system cost. Now this has everything recorded from when I put the application in, so it also gives me a chance to change anything. Now if I had fewer panels by the end of the project, let's say it was now 19, I'd be able to click on this pencil and edit that 20 down to 19. Same thing with the inverter. If all of a sudden in the end I had found that I had to use a different model inverter, I would click on that pencil and make the edits to that information. PowerClerk will recalculate the incentive and also the CEC rating of the system. Now when it recalculates the incentive down here, if it's a higher incentive with the new calculation, it will always be capped at the original amount. However, if the incentive is calculated as lower, it will show that. And always to get the incentive details and the calculation, just click on that and it'll show you how that's calculated. I can also come here and change any of the cost if modules are less than I thought at the application time, or if the permitting fees were more expensive. This is where I would adjust those system costs. Once I'm confident that everything on this page is exactly as it is on the system installed, I can move on to the next tab. The next tab, I'll see that I can put in the information who will be receiving the rebate, the payee. I also have a drop-down list to autofill this with the system owner, another party, or the host customer. In this case, it is the host customer, so we can go ahead and click on that, and it fills in the host customer, Julie Smith's information, her address, phone numbers, and email address. I'll just make sure that's all correct. If it is, I can move on to the next tab. This is where I see the incentive claim form, and it tells me I need to look through it and make sure everything's right and acknowledge the terms and conditions, and then print this out and obtain the signatures. So I'll look through this and make sure I've got Julie Smith's information, my company, Nevada Solar Star, and all the information that I'd put in. If I needed to change any of this information, I would have done this on the System tab, and it looks everything is correct. I'll look through the terms and conditions to make sure I'm in compliance with all the program rules. And I see the signature boxes down at the bottom where I'll need to get the host customer signature, and also our company will sign that as well. This is where I'll click print and print that out. Now I could log out of PowerClerk right now and go get that signed. And PowerClerk allows you to log out and log in, and it will always save the information you've entered. But it's always a good idea to go through this and see if there's anything else that I could be working on at the same time. So let's move on and click the Paperwork Record tab. I see that I have to review the list of documents below and see which ones I'll need to submit for the incentive claim package. That's also detailed in the program handbook, or you can always call the RenewableGenerations office. And again, depending on the program that you're working on, whether it's wind, hydro, solar PV, or solar hot water, or solar heating, these documents may be different. So make sure you know exactly what you need for your project. Well, as you can see, I came in here just before and uploaded some of the documents that I already collected from this application. And I had put in the voltage verification form. I had attached the building permit. And I also see that the itemized invoices, I had uploaded that. But I still need to upload the incentive claim form and also the net metering agreement. Well, it does say in the directions on the next tab I can generate some of the NV Energy program documents. So let's go and get the net metering agreement. I'll click on net metering agreement, and it will generate the document that I need autofilled with all the information from the application. Now, depending on your browser, you'll see a security warning here. I'm using Internet Explorer today, so this is what the security dialog box looks like. But I'll click open, and I can see that it's generated the net metering agreement with all the information from the application, including the system information, the site address, and also there'll be a signature box a couple pages down, and also a final attachment regarding the portfolio energy credits. This is where I'll get it signed by the host customer, Julie Smith. This is the section that NV Energy will sign. But that last page is the portfolio energy credit assignment, and that will be initialized by the host customer. So the initials right here. This is where I'll print this out so that I can go and get it signed. You can also save it right here to your computer. Well, the other one is the generate public display, and I know I don't need that for this residential. That would be for a public and other building or a school. So let's go back to Paperwork Record tab. Now that I know I've generated previously the incentive claim form, and I printed that out to go get it signed, and I also printed out the net metering agreement to go get it signed. The other documents I had previously uploaded. So let's log out of PowerClerk, and let's say we go do that work and take these to our customers, these documents, and get them signed, and then we can come back to PowerClerk and sign back in and continue the process. Now this time I'll make sure to click on the one that I'm working on, and I know that I've been through these previous tabs and they're bolded out, but I still need to work on the Paperwork Record tab. So let's go to that and make sure to upload all the documents we need here. So I went and got that incentive claim form signed. I'll click on Add Attachment. It'll open a box where it'll allow me to select that from my computer. I'll find my incentive claim form. My computer. I'll go ahead and click that and attach it to this incentive claim package. I'll also get the net metering agreement from my computer that I'd uploaded after getting it signed by the customer. And there it is. And we attach it. Now after I've attached all my documents, I do want to review them. I want to make sure that I've got the right form. I uploaded the right document. First of all, I can see the title here, but I can also view it. Now the incentive claim form, the copies of itemized invoices. Well, I see here that I actually uploaded the sample designated applicant. So that's really not the one I want. So I can go ahead and remove that. It'll ask me if I'm sure I want to remove it. I am. And then I can go back and add the attachment that I really need to. And this is the itemized invoices. Again, I'll search on my computer for the invoices. Make sure to get the right one. So I'll continue verifying and looking at all the documents I've uploaded. By the way, the PowerClerk documents are uploaded as PDF files, and 5 megabytes is the maximum size limit. If you have any problems with that, please give us a call and we'll work with you to help you make it a PDF and also make sure it's appropriate size. I look through these and make sure that I've got all the right things and all the right documents. And I notice here on the net metering agreement I do have the NMA, net metering agreement. Now, customers will also need to send in the actual net metering agreement. So we'll still need the hard copy of this, and you can put that in the mail. Otherwise, the electronic versions are fine for everything else. But again, for the net metering agreement, we will need an original. So please put that in the mail after you're done. That won't delay things because we do have the electronic version here, but for our records, we'll need the original. Once I see that I've uploaded all the right documents, and I'm confident that all the information on all the tabs is correct, I can go to this final submit page, where here I'll be able to submit the incentive claim package. Give me an option to continue, and I'll see a new status for that application. Here's Julie Smith's application. It's now incentive claim package submitted. At this point, the program administrators will see this at NB Energy and begin to look over the incentive claim package. Should any corrections need to be made on documents or there's missing information, NB Energy will contact the contractor or the party involved in the application, including the host customer, to correct that. But at any point, I can sign back into PowerClerk and check on the status of each one of these applications. And of course, as always, we're here at NB Energy to answer your questions. So if you have any questions on the process or documents, please give us a call and we'll help you. That concludes the webinar. Thanks for listening.